Next up, we have Texas Hold'em. This one is a fun dance single. This song has inspired countless TikTok dance trends, and it has shot to the top of the country music charts. Not without pushback, though. Initially, some country stations refused to play the song, but they had no choice after fans protested and complained until they began to play it on the radio. BuzzFeed News published an article on Valentine's Day in which staff writer Stephanie Satiro discussed the controversy surrounding Beyonce's single Daddy Lessons from her 2016 album Lemonade. Most are aware of the disrespect that was shown during her performance of the song during the 50th anniversary of the CMT Awards. The performance was awesome and was essentially a duet with the outspoken but talented group The Chicks, formerly known as the Dixie Chicks. Now, those ladies are no strangers to going against the grain. So it was so fitting for them to present this or to perform and present this unified front with Beyonce for this award ceremony. I think most people really enjoyed the performance and they did receive a standing ovation. But of course, all were not so joyful about this perceived outsider gracing their stage. Lead singer of the Chicks, Natalie Maines, did an interview with Howard Stern in 2020 where she talked about the backlash. She was quoted as saying it was a weird vibe in the building the night of the performance. She also went on to talk about how the performance was the highest rated 15 minutes in CMA history. She stated, "They started to get racist assholes bombard their website with comments and emails and whatever. So they took our performance down and caved. And then they got so much bad press for doing that, within 24 hours, they had to put it up again. Just cowards." In addition to that drama, BuzzFeed also cites where an anonymous insider told the Associated Press that Beyonce had actually submitted her song Daddy Lessons for Grammy consideration that year. However, the Country Music Committee rejected it because they didn't agree that it fit with the genre. The following year, Lil Nas X's hit country song Old Town Road was also snubbed by the country music chart. Next, we have Bodyguard. This song just gives me feel-good, upbeat 60s vibes. It's like riding down the highway in a convertible, relaxed, hands blowing in the wind. There's some nice and easy guitar licks here. Again, beautiful vocals by Beyonce. It's one of those songs for lovers, I think. She kind of describes feeling safe with a lover, like she selected this person because she feels so comfortable letting this person get close, guarding, or comfortable with this person guarding her, and in turn, her guarding them. It's kind of a double meaning here as well, a bit of a sexual entendre. It's not explicit at all, but the implications are tastefully suggested. Next, we have Dolly P and then Jolene. The Dolly P interlude is the first time that we hear from Dolly Parton. And it's so cool to hear her present this message or have this dialogue with Beyonce. She calls herself Dolly P, which shows, how hip she is and how young at heart she is. For those that don't know, Dolly Parton is a country music icon, and she also seems like a genuinely caring and gracious person. Beyonce did her song justice. She kept most of the original lyrics intact, but she did put a modern spin on it. She's not so much pleading with Jolene in as much as she's warning Jolene to stay away. Beyonce sung it her way, in her style, and it's great. Next, we have Daughter. Daughter is a song where you hear the banjo playing, you have this really nice storytelling going on, and then at times it has a very symphonic feel because you hear the violins playing. And then there's a point in the song where Beyonce begins to sing in this operatic voice. So it's further proof of how talented and highly trained she is as a vocalist. She's singing this Italian opera song called Cara Mio Ben. Evidently, she could sing in whatever style she wants. There are religious elements in this song. It kind of touches on sins, which kind of gives you a church or creates like church or cathedral imagery. Also, Beyonce channels someone that's fighting her nature, showing that awareness of internal conflict. This person is questioning choosing good versus choosing evil. She wants to be pious, but her nature is fiery when stoked. So us listeners are left wondering, will she choose retaliation like her father would, or will she resist the urge? Next, we have Spaghetti, which features Linda Martell and Shabuzi. This one is an argument for experimentation and artistry. It's an argument for more fluidity and less boundaries while creating art. Linda Martell speaks eloquently about the limitations of genres. More than once, Martell sang her songs to audiences that shouted back racial slurs. In an interview, she reflected on her experience with singing to a country music audience at that time. She noted, "You're trying to entertain and be called a name very, very loudly in a club or arena and try to get through the song without crying." Hurtful as those reactions may have been, Martell didn't allow it to affect her performance. She got through it, but not without wondering why. She's quoted as saying, "People couldn't just sit there and enjoy the music." She went to Nashville, Tennessee to record a country version of the song "Color Him Father," which is a soul song by the Winstons that hit number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100 that year. Martell's version reached number 22 on Billboard's Hot Country Singles. For the time, it was the highest position any Black woman had reached on that chart until most recently when Beyonce's Texas Hold'em debuted at number 1 in February of 2024. Linda Martell's rise and fall as a country musician offers a lesson. Linda Martell's rise and fall as a country musician offers a lesson about the challenges Black artists faced in the 1970s and still face in contemporary times. Next song we have is Alligator Tears. This one has a folksy country sound to it. You kind of hear maybe a banjo playing, foot stomping. It has a very acoustic, intimate feel to it. The song title and lyrics are a play on the familiar idiom crocodile tears. Now, alligators are commonly found in freshwater habitats in the southeastern part of the United States. So I think her swapping out alligator with crocodile was kind of a way of inserting that southern symbolism into the title and the lyrics. This song very much depicts the idea of someone you love, possibly someone you love too much, because there are no boundaries. The person she's singing about is likely selfish and a taker. They take the giver for granted and play on the person's generous heart. Although the giver in this situation may be tired of the person's antics, she is not at all beguiled. She is well aware of what is going on and only tolerates the behavior because she loves the person so much. Next, we have Smoke Hour 2. This is the second interlude with Mr. Willie Nelson. He continues to be our radio host. In this one, he states, "Sometimes you don't know what you like until someone you trust turns you on to some real good shit." I think this is another way of reinforcing the idea of open-mindedness, or specifically how new things may be introduced. Nelson and Dolly have both exemplified the idea on this album. They both are credible artists in their genres, and they have given Beyonce their stamp of approval by taking part in her album. In the same vein, Beyonce is paying it forward by using her credibility as an artist to share her platform with lesser-known artists in the country genre. As she shared the stage with young Black singers on Blackbird, she again shares the stage with a young Black singer in the following track, Just for Fun.